This journey has been something like, I don't know, I would say uh, 30 years as a homemaker. And then in this last 5 years, I took on creating a whole new career for myself because the children had grown big, right? And I took on being a qualified, certified image consultant and a soft skills trainer, doing some trainings with village children. So I'm passionate about giving and making a difference in people's life. So I work mostly with NGOs and children, basically. So when I was taking a session on this financial literacy, is when I was taking a session on financial literacy, I got asked a question, ma'am, all this is fine, but how do I know, like, how can I make my money grow? So, like, for me, it was a learning experience in the sense that at that time, mera tube light jala, that when we were in school, they taught us about simple interest, compound interest, and all these things. That was for we could use it practically in our life for money matters and things. It never struck me. At that moment, I thought, oh, really? Right? And that's when I started I told that child, I will learn and I will come and tell you more about it. So I made it my endeavor to learn more. And that's how I came in contact with my longtime friend Priyanka Bhatia, who had been calling me from 2011, come, come, come. And I said, okay, what are you offering? Let me see. And I started my journey with Women on Wealth. So to let you know, I am Veena Jayakrishnan, right? I'm an image consultant and soft skills trainer. And today I'm leading this session with you. This last 4 weeks, I have had the opportunity to lead to your children. So, yeah, I can see one of our young person over here. You will have to tell them this is only for parents, okay? Yeah, and so if you really look at it, right? I know it is a middle of the working week, and you have taken the time out to come and be on this session. It just, shows me the commitment you have as parents for your children and for their, well-being and for their growth, right? So I don't take it lightly. I mean, in fact, I had told them last week, I told them next week, you don't have a session. I want you all to make sure that you send your parents, and they have done good, right? So welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone. And let's look at, like, what are we going to look at over here? I'm sure you have a fair idea of what we are doing here, but let's really look at it. So let me tell a small story. So your child, I'm sure, like, you send them to school, so you are fully enrolled in whatever they are studying, the school, whether the subjects, the extracurricular activities, you as parents are fully enrolled in it, and you make sure that the child wins in that activity of learning and studying and growing. So in same way, like, if your child likes cricket, I'm just giving an example. If your child likes cricket and he wants to be an ace cricketer like Sachin Tendulkar, he idolizes. So you put him into a cricket academy, right? You take him and you put him for that coaching. And imagine if you put him for coaching, you bought the kit and all, but you have missed one important thing. You've missed getting him a cricket bat. How would it be? Can he excel in cricket without the cricket bat? I mean, become an ace cricketer without the cricket bat? No, right? That's the same way, like, so that's the premise I'm keeping here. We are talking about money. And we, as parents, we don't give the children the feel of money, of how to manage money. We don't give it to them. Do we? I can see some nods and nays, right? We don't, right? Because we were never given, right? So let's look at it, so I'm just going to start sharing the screen and I'll take you through today. Yeah. So these are the few outcomes we are looking at, the children, what we are out to create here is I definitely know are committed about creating the children be skilled in that. And what we have established over the last 4 weeks is that, yeah, just give me a minute, Rinku. Money is an important life skill, just like any other life skill that we have, right? So, Sheetal, can you unmute, or they can unmute themselves? So she can ask a question. What was it? Yes, Rinku?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to raise a
Okay, okay. Yeah. So money is an important life skill, just like any other life skill that we learn, right? Whether it is cooking or cleaning, keeping the house clean, doing certain things like how to keep the house clean, how to cook, how to maybe swim. It's a life skill. So there are different things. Same way, learning about money is an important life skill, right? And there is also a need for us, for your child to start early. We're also looking at involving your child in day-to-day money transactions, looking at how can that happen, and making them comfortable in having money conversations with them. So these are some of the outcomes. I think maybe by the end of it, we would have some clarity we would at least touch upon in this session, right? Let's do a quick activity. And this exercise, so I want you all to do is, I want you all to close your eyes. I will be giving you certain set of instructions, and I will be saying something. I want you all to picture those in your this, okay, when I'm saying. So close your eyes and imagine what all I've been telling you. Figure that out. Someone is there. Can you admit them, Sheeta, in the waiting room? Yeah. So close your eyes and imagine that. And then I will keep telling you certain things. Imagine that. And after, at the end of this, when I tell you all to open that, when I finish sharing, then I will give you all an opportunity to share. Okay. And then we will take it from there. Okay. So all of you close your eyes. Imagine yourself as an 8-year-old. What did you know about money? Was it available in your home? What about your friends and neighbors' home? Now imagine yourself as a 15-year-old. What are the conversations of money around you? Was it easily available to you? Okay, now let's imagine yourself as a 22-year-old. What do you know about money? As a 22-year-old, okay? What do you know about money? From whom did you learn about it? Cut to the present day, right now. What do you wish you had known about money Let's repeat that. What do you wish you had known about money? What would be different? Okay. Now you all can open your eyes. Yes. Who wants to share? Maybe from the 8-year-old, anyone has some memories from being an 8-year-old and the money conversations at that time.
Yes, I would like to go, Rinku here.
Yes, Rinku.
See, starting from the 8-year time, yes, I don't remember listening or talking about money. And we grew up like this only because whatever we got money was as a gift from our relatives or parents, right? And that too, we used to hand it over to our parents, and we never bothered what they did and what we got or we did get. And when we were around 15 or 16 years old, it was like by chance, if in the school we had in syllabus, when I was in 10th, I had a chapter on shares. Okay, nowadays the students don't have it. So, like when we used to ask our parents, they used to say, "Nahi, nahi, abhi tum chote ho. You're still small. You don't have to worry. Only study. Only study." So fine, we were happy. Only study. Yes, when we went to 10th, 12th, my mother used to send us to the market, go and get something, groceries or vegetables. And then when she used to hand us some money, and when we used to be back, she used to always ask her to give the totals. What did you spend? How much you got in return? Did you get the correct money in return? Like she taught us in that manner. Hisab rakhna. Right. And she used to write in the diary whatever was the expenditure. Even if 2 rupees she spent, she used to write in the diary. So that habit I also got it. कि अच्छा लिखना होता है. Okay, fine. But after college, I got a job, but I never bothered कि I used to should invest or save it. My father opened a bank. Okay, I got a bank account opened because my salary needed to be transferred in that. Okay, so fine, the salary was in the bank. Fine, अच्छा है, ठीक है, क्या करना है बता नहीं. Till at the age of 22, 23, like after listening to you, I was thinking कि 23 तक मुझे नहीं पता था उस पैसे का क्या करना. I'm earning. I'm earning it. It's in my bank account, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Right. Then by 25, 26, I got married. Still, I was late. Still, I'm asking my father, okay, what am I supposed to do with the money in the bank? He said, ले जाओ, तुम्हें ले जाना है, so now it's your turn. And that's a question mark. Now, at the age of 26, what am I going to decide about it? I don't know anything. Okay. And fine, now then when you got married and husband wife both are naive, okay, regarding the savings and investment.
Exactly.
Both are naive, and at the age of 28, I'm talking. Okay. And then slowly we said, Arey nahi, we have to save, now we have to invest, we need a house, we need a baby, and so on and so forth. And on the other hand, like my sister, she is younger to me 3 years. She's a commerce student. I was a science student. And she also got a job at the age of 21. But right from day one, she knew what she wanted to do with the money. Right? And but I didn't do that for my son. He's 11 years old, and you can talk to him when relating to share market. He sits with his father and discusses that.
Okay.
So from that, I've given him that liberty.
Okay. Yeah. So hold on to that thought. We will take it further. Next, anyone else who wants to share? Thank you for sharing. I forgot her name. Ruchi. Rinku. R से है पता है पर नाम नहीं याद आता. हाँ, Swastik's mom. Yeah. Yes. Who else wants to share? What happened? Where did your friend go? Like connection cut हो गया. Yes, Neeti, Janvi, Prasida, Vinoda. Who wants to go next? Who wants to share? If you say something, maybe we should unmute them.
Okay, let's
or raise your hand.
Niti,
You want to share? A quick 1-minute share what you saw for yourself inside of doing this exercise.
Yes, as Rinku ji said, I imagine that only, that we didn't know the basic maybe the system, or maybe we used to get pocket money, but we don't know what to save, how to uh,
Spend
you
it.
know spend it, and after spending it, how to correct our mistakes. If I'm spending some of the amount in unnecessary things, then I didn't know how to save it, how to cut down, the thing you said, that need and want. I didn't know anything about it. Even after my wedding, I got married at 21, so I didn't know anything about it, anything about it. Though my husband used to do that, but I am totally unaware of anything. Like everything which used to come to me, I was clueless, like, oh my god, I don't know this also. I mean, see,
I got that.
to have savings, it's a different thing, and to grow your money, whether in investment or just by saving, that's a different thing.
Got that.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing. So who else wants to go? Janvi, Prasida, Vinoda, anyone? Quickly, one minute or less than a minute, if you can share something so that we
Yeah,
can move.
hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
Prasida.
myself, Prasita.
Yeah.
Yeah, even I don't know much about savings, but only what I have seen at home is mother was doing post office saving. So even I started with that.
Uh-huh.
Only that is the single saving that I have.
Uh,
After 5 years, whatever money I get, maybe whatever emergency at that time, we will
uh,
spend in that.
mm.
So now even, yeah, 5 year savings like post office, only that I mainly have.
Got that. Got that. Yes.
Now,
Anyone else? Nungsang and Vinoda. Anyone wants to share? Janvi.
Yeah. And this is really about the steps that Beena showed you guys. Okay, what was the experience for you at 8 years old, at 15, at 22, and now?
Ah.
That entire journey is what we are talking about. So if you've traveled that path in the 2 minutes with Beena, please share your experience.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think Nungsang or Vinoda or Janvi. Anyone wants to share?
I think
Okay.
I really encourage the parents to speak up, because
Yeah.
you would see the when you share, just with the four of us or whoever's sharing, we see the commonalities. And with
Yeah.
money, because we give so much significance to it, we think that my problems are unique, but no, a lot of these are similar. So when you share, and this is a practice we want to bring at home as well, where uh, it becomes comfortable to speak about money in that
Like if
environment.
you will see, it's mostly we think it is like a what do you call a taboo subject. We don't even like money and sex are taboo subjects. It's never discussed with parents. Like that way it has become. Right? We don't even broach that subject, but it's something in which as young adults we have no clue, and we just glean information from whatever we see, whether whatever we read or whatever we watch on Bollywood or things like that, and we make up stuff. Clearly, I'm sure all of you will agree, we all make up stuff, right? And we figure, we think, okay, this is how it is done. Or we look at some adult, some elder person who we know, and we idealize and we look, okay, so this person is doing that, so let's follow that. Maybe that way. Or we have, if you will notice, as children also, all of you have said, like, Rinku also said that she noticed her mom was always writing it down. So that is definitely there, that children are watching. As children, you are watching your mom, and that is what I want to say to you. Your children are watching you. So what is the message you want to give them, right? So as parents, and the reason why I had wanted this session especially with only the parents was because if the children are to learn, like you send them for a session with us, right? And they are learning things. But if they come back to you and you are someone who doesn't know what to say about it, or doesn't know, or not aligned to what they're doing. Like they will say, what is a need, what is a want, or they would say, let's create a budget, or of course you all know that this, but you would not understand from where the child is coming unless you are invested in the child's journey, and you are also equal partner to them. And they could in fact, after doing it, they would be looking at, mom, how could I earn some more money? What work can I do such that I can earn some money? How do I earn money? How can I help you in your purchases or things that you're doing? And how can we save money? Maybe how would it be if you could actually have your children looking at, mom, let's doing the research and saying, mom, why are you buying this oil, at this 5 liters is costing this much, and whereas the same thing is costing only 4,000 rupees is costing only 1,000 rupees. We can make a cool saving. We can create that kind of children too, right? It will take something, and we can work on it, right? And that's available. Yeah. And for that, you will need to be invest some time, right? Or they would say, I want to earn money. How can we do that, right? Let's go ahead. So thank you very much for, all of you for participating. And as the session goes, we will look at more things. Okay. So many of you, I'm sure, must be thinking, my child is very small. He doesn't earn money other than the, pocket money you give him, or maybe normal thing is tooth fairy, right? They earn some money that way, or some, festivals, or their birthday, someone gives them shagan ka paise, that is the money. And as Rinku said, when apne time pe ye hota tha ki we used to, as young children, we would just give it to our parents, right? And they would spend it wherever. And as their child grows up, say maybe 14, 15 and all that, by then they would understand little bit, it makes sense to have some money with you. They may start revolting and not giving you the money, right? And they may be keeping it for themselves. But here is the thing, while your child may not be earning as yet, now is a good time to start teaching them all about money and how to manage it. I'm clear it is like established that, learning how to handle money and how to manage money is like a important tool which we have missed, and maybe we can provide that to our children. So mastering the habit is more important than the amount. It's not about like you need to have thousands of rupees to be given to them to manage. It can start from a 10 rupee or 100 rupee or whatever. So mastering the basic money habits is very important. It's not about how much. It is about letting them start. So the thing is, if we don't do this, right? If we don't start giving them, if we don't teach the kids how to manage money, somebody else will. And that's not a risk you want to take, right? So you have to give your child a head start and have them set up to win at an early age with money, all things money. Like Rinku, if you would listen to Rinku, what she shared very vividly. There was this idea of what to do with the money which was there in her bank at that point of time. I'm telling you, I had the same experience. Like, for me, it was when I used to earn money as a fresher out of college and things like that. I would earn the money, and it was just about spending. Like, oh, it is my money, and I would spend it on the latest dress or things like that because I was working, and money used to just go there. But I never had anyone tell me that, okay, you've got to first save something and only from the remaining you spend. That was never there. I think if I had that knowledge, I mean, I started with Women on Wealth, creating my emergency fund, creating my savings and retirement fund, working towards that at the age of 50 plus. So imagine the gap that was there, like a good 30 years I have missed on it, right? If I had known that before. So how to manage money is an important skill that we want to teach. So as a parent, it's our job to instill habits in our children so that we can equip them for the, the life that is coming ahead. As parents, it's our job to instill strong habits and teach sound financial principles that will help our kids become great at managing money as adults. So no matter how old you are, okay, and this is why I said I have to include the parents, how old you are, the fastest way to do well with money is to manage the money that you have well. So it is about showing the universe that how well you know to manage a rupee. Because when you tell the universe out that you are capable of managing money, that is when magic starts happening in your life. You start getting money coming. Money comes to you only when you know how to manage it well. So this is a way where you can give your kids a shot, right? If you really look at it, to teaching the children this managing money would stand them good stead, right, in further ahead. So before that, let me ask you all something. I want to establish one more thing with you. Who are your children for you? Like, when you say children, your children, right? Who are they for you? I'm going to stop sharing and I want to have this conversation one-on-one with you. When you say your children, right? So who are they for you? Sheetal is laughing. Sheetal knows I have this conversation with her.
They're little human beings.
Yes, Rinku and Neeti, tell me, who are your children for you?
See, when like I've not don't know if I've understood your question properly or not.
Okay. Like, when you say children, what comes to your mind? Let me ask it like that. When you say children, what comes to your mind?
Like for me,
don't talk about your child. I'm just saying when I say the word children,
general,
when I say general, children means what comes to your mind?
The future, actually.
Okay. What else? Just keep saying whatever is coming to your mind. When you say children, what comes to your mind?
Okay, the future who are going to make something new in this world. Okay. And the mistakes or something which we never got, or the mistakes we did in our life regarding anything, relationships or whatever.
सच बोलो ना, सच बोलो ना. मैं बोल रही हूँ. बच्चे मतलब बच्चे. I'm going to give you another way. Okay, बच्चे अरे बहुत परेशान करते हैं, बहुत शैतानी करते हैं.
I really don't have that view.
Good for you. Good for you. I got that. Sure. Anyone can have whichever.
No,
but really, when you say children, immediately they are small for us, right? Somewhere when we say children or bachche, when that inside of that language, what happens? They are small, we are big. Does it come?
We know more than them. Yeah, we know
more than them. Okay, yes. What else? What else comes?
We have more experience than them, so we know more.
Yes, we have more experience.
They should listen to us. They should listen to us.
They should listen to us. हमें पता है, उनको नहीं पता. हमें पता है, तो listen to us. Yes.
And sometimes only it is like okay, they are at par. Some things, some like new technologies, yes, they are at par.
Okay, we will concede. Okay, we will concede that they are better with technology.
Okay, I accept that thing. But if it comes to education or related to any house things, watching TV, this kind of things, yes, you have to obey.
Obey.
So you have to listen. That is what.
So immediately, what happens is when you say children or kids or bacha, like when you say kids or when you say even bacha, what happens is ki they are small and we are big, right? Immediately we are cut out from them, like. And I want to remember at the start of this we had that the exercise I gave you, right? When you looked at when you were 8-year-old and 15-year-old, you were also the same age, right? You went from there only. How was your experience with your parents? Like when you were young, right? And you would say something, but you were always cut down. तुम तो अभी बच्चे हो. You said that, Rinku, right? तुमने अभी कुछ पता नहीं है. तुम छोड़ दो, right? We automatically by default do the same thing what our parents did to us. So my take on is young people, young children. So I would say young people rather. or young children. Why I would say young people is because what would happen is they are people like you and me. They are human beings like you and me. Only thing is they came at a later period. Okay. Or they came, or their size is small compared to us. So, but they are people, thinking human beings, people just like you and me. And if we can actually create a partnership with them, how would life be? You know, have you looked at, you know, when you share with your children as equals, they come up with really brilliant ideas. In fact, I love speaking to the children. Why I've taken on, you know, speaking to or working with children is because when I speak to them as equal, as one-on-one, they come up with such brilliant ideas and things that for me, it astounds me. I used to never think like that way, is what I think. So you could find that they would actually give you some ideas or things. Maybe we could do this. And if you could say, yeah, I don't know, I am learning. If we do this, let us see. If we fail, fine. Okay, so we'll take the lesson and learn and go to the next, right? That is something which I want to create with you, that you creating them as equals. But that would actually have you create a partnership for the future, right? And that's something I want you to take as a key takeaway forward today. Okay, let me just share the screen again and move ahead. Yeah. So how we are doing this is we're going to look at, you know, if you're going to do that, we have to do it according to the age. You can't have a simple one formula for, you know, all the kids, right? It has to be done according to their age. When we are this, it has to be age appropriate, right? Like you want to teach them that you can't buy everything at the age of 3 to 5. Imagine, remember, I don't know if you know, sorry, if you take your child to the supermarket with you and you have a list for shopping and you take your 3 to 5-year-old child, what happens when you take him to the supermarket? He wants everything that is there on the shelf, right? And what happens if that were to happen? All your budgeting or all what you thought of, your budget would go over the top, right? If you allow them to pick up each and everything. So how do you teach such a child, like, you know, in that age group, that you can't buy everything you want? Or maybe at the age of 6 to 10, you can look at, have them to compare things. You can actually use this thing, if you are a equal, you can have them look, see, what I do is when you take them to the supermarket and say, I compare the prices. You can have them do that, you know, compare, look at this price, this brand's price and this brand's price. And then you tell me, why do you think I should buy this, or why I should not buy it? Or maybe I should buy a local brand. So you can have them look at comparison shopping, and that would, all these actions would actually have them set up for their future also, right? Because like you all right now remembered what all things your parents used to let you do, you know, go and buy, give an account, right? Also, we can look at placing for ages 11 to 12, the value of the different things. There are certain things irrespective, like if you want something of, I'm sure, like I'll just give you a very motherly example. You would not compromise on Shuddh Desi ghee, right? Because you know that Desi ghee is something which is good for your child. So even if right now these days Desi ghee costs 1200 or 1500 kilo, you would buy it. You would not compromise on it. So you would tell the child, why are you doing that? Because otherwise you would say, no, 100, 200, more than enough. You don't have to buy for more than that. But you are buying this for 1500 a kg. So then the child would get a message, what's wrong over here? Why is it that? Then you would say it is the value of the things, right? And it could also be, like I said, they are looking, they are watching. You are buying things. You're saying, no, you're not to go out and spend unnecessary and things like that. But you are going on the weekend with your friends and you're spending on money. You think the children would not know, right? And but you telling them, okay, this is something like I do that for Why I do it? Because I value the friendship and I do it like once a month. Or so you tell them that for what it is that you're doing, so that they can make their own decisions. Okay, once in a while is fine, right? Then debit cards as real as cash. So this is something at this age group, because normally from this age group, if you see the children, like I said, children are watching. What do they see when you check out of the supermarket? That you're just swiping with the debit card or the credit card, right? So for them it is like कि बस कुछ नहीं, पैसे चाहिए तो debit card से ये कर लो, सब आ जाएगा. So you teaching them what is the pros and cons of having a debit card or a credit card, and how to manage the money, right? Saving goals. How would it be if you could actually have your children save for their education and have their plans, like where they want to go? In fact, right now I am thinking the new education plan that is coming, there's a whole new world that is opening up. You can actually have your child do what they want. Like I'm sure as children you would have had that you want to do something like maybe do dance or take up dance or art or something like that, dance or art or something like that. But you couldn't say that. I mean, I'm sure I knew that I wanted to be a dancer, Bharatanatyam dancer. But that was not a profession I could say to anyone at home. So I said, and everyone was like, be a teacher. I didn't want to be a teacher. But now I'm something like that, only a coach, trainer, teacher. But didn't have that, right? Because you were like, you either go for engineering or doctor or teacher's profession. Those things were there fixed. So you looking at those things. So we can look at all these things. So how do we do that here? With Women on Wealth, what we're doing is we're looking at creating financial consciousness, right? By different aspects like goal setting, budgeting, money management. We're creating financial intelligence with them, how money works, banking, saving, investing, and also creating financial independence. So wherein their children as a family are open and comfortable to have money conversation. Right? Inside of this, we are looking at, so Sheetal, you want me to have them share first or before I put this?
Yes, let's have them share.
Yeah. Okay.
What have they gotten so far?
Yeah. So I don't know. So what have you all gotten so far from what I have shared, and what are your takeaways like for this? What do you all see opening up for you and your children?
No, the things which you spoke now, actually, I've been doing that with my son, Sastit, and my husband is also involved in that. So the last session which he attended with you to make a budget and all, he made it the budget. Okay, and he gets a pocket money also every month. If I forget, he reminds me that you didn't give me the pocket money. So I asked him, what are you going to do with this? Well, I'm saving it. I want to buy a laptop. Okay.
I want to buy
laptop. He wants a laptop actually. So this COVID season, we just got a tab for him. We didn't go for a laptop for him. Though he's like determined कि मैं अपने पैसों से ना laptop लूँगा, आप मुझे pocket money दो. And the best part, what you told was that then shopping complexes, the comparison thing, like ये महंगा है सस्ता है. So I am not that kind of a person of comparing things. If I like it, I take it. Like I need it, I know, and I don't see कि here I'll get a good or there I'll get a good buy. But he is the person who will tell me कि मम्मी यहाँ से क्यों ले रहे हो, वहाँ से लो, उधर थोड़ा कम है. So like I don't know if it's inbuilt in him, because I never do that. Yes, my husband is a bit that way.
Yeah,
like,
if you see there is something which can be nurtured, which can be given a direction, right? Clearly you can nurture and give a direction to where he's going. You can see that for yourself. Yeah.
And here I would just want to share, so if I'm not taking more time, that there is a app known as MRush. It is designed by a 13-year-old boy only. And when I introduced that to my son, and he was so fascinated by that every day he is investing money in shares through that app. Okay. There is some dummy kind of a thing in that.
Yes.
And one concept he did not understand, so I let him speak to my father, is Nanaji. And he was questioning him round and round, and he got to understand the concept, what is shares and how do they calculate that profit. And so that's how I think we can, like if we don't know, we can expose them to people who know. Let them discuss on their own. That is what I have and this session is really wonderful. Like I am a teacher basically, and I would really love if this session would be to more and more children out, because they are not still aware, the parents are not aware. So thank you so much for this session.
Okay. Yeah, I think we will quickly roll. If you all want, you can type down what are you taking back. Okay. In the interest
I think
of
Rinku
time.
is the person who can. Rinku, if you think that this should go out to more children, then take us to more children. That's it. You know, it's as simple as that. Yeah. That's how we can.
Yes, sure. I'll connect with you on WhatsApp. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So we are looking at creating something for the children, okay, like a financial starter kit. It's like a starting point for them. Looking at creating total 6 sessions, 5 sessions for the children and 1 for the parents, wherein we have the parents set up for, how to handle the children. And because like if you see from the sessions, Rinku, you would have noticed that the children are on to learning and creating their own budget, getting the concepts of needs and wants. And this is just like half an hour sessions that we have had, right? And we can actually have them maybe, an hour. We're looking at starting from maybe 20th August, 4 to 5, 1 hour sessions for them. In detail, we're having those concepts cleared for them. The total cost would be like 2,000 rupees for the 6 sessions. When any child wants to do only a single session, it would be 500 rupees. And these are the payment details, like if you want to register them, that we can, support them in this fully.
Yes.
And I really want to thank each one of you for your lovely participation. And you have given such a lot of insights to us too from the world of the parents, right? So we know what are the parents looking at and how they want to be supported. Keep letting us know any concerns you have or anything that you want to share and want to be addressed. Yeah, thank you. Sheetal, you want to take it from here?
Yes, so here's an invitation for all the parents watching, that if you want your child to build the foundation at an early age and you want to participate in your child's financial success, then here's an opportunity to get your child started with the financial starter kit for young children. We're bringing in 6 sessions total, so 5 for children and 1 for the parents. This would be right now when they have come to, some of them have attended, some of them have not attended the free sessions. So we've introduced them to the concept of money. And in the session, what you can expect is where we give them more tools and more and deeper conversations on how they can build themselves up, how they can understand and build a deeper connect with money and understand what money can really do in their life and how they can use it to impact their future and the future of this world. So this is going to happen on a Thursday. We would also like to hear from the parents. Do you think a weekend would work better for your children, or does a 4 p.m. On a weekday works better? We would really like you to share your
feedback.
Weekend.
Weekend. Got that.
And morning or evening, afternoon?
Evening.
Okay, so evening. I think 4 p.m. works fine.
That 4 p.m. works well with most of the children.
Got that. So
so you're looking at weekend.
Okay. Yes, weekdays they have classes and activity classes, homeworks and all many.
Got that. So we will change this date to a Saturday 4 p.m. time. The investment, the one-time investment in your child's financial success is 2,000 rupees. And once the child picks up the skills, it is lifetime. So it's a small investment that you begin with. Okay.
It's like a starting point for them.
And of course, this at this point is for children who are between the age of 8 and 14. And you all have my numbers. Do reach out. Another number, alternate number to reach out. And if you want to pay and register your child for this course, then it is 9818540023. So I am going to bring this session to a close. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure interacting with all of you and the enthusiasm with which you came for your child's future. I thank News Shuttle, an exclusive newspaper for children. Do check their platform as well, where amazing stuff's happening every day. And we are from Women on Wealth. Women on Wealth is a women-centric community where we help women take charge of their finances through various education that we provide through online platforms. So thank you all. We'll stay in touch, and please reach out, and we will see you next time. Have a great evening, everybody.
Yes,
The
Rinku, I
same
got
what-
that. I
the
got
same
that. I
WhatsApp
just
number?
seen WhatsApp number.
Which
I
you had
didn't get,
sent the WhatsApp for confirmation, it's the same. Okay.
Yes.
and Rinku, I got your message that, you know, the session for parents has to be first, because then only it will set up for the children also,
Yes.
right? Yeah.